Hey, what's going on, YouTube fam? Today I'm going to be recording a video on the Apple Titanium credit card. So the unique thing about this credit card is it's titanium, so that's their niche. The balance is about the same as all the other cards I have. I have about 6 or 7 credit cards, and I got those cards through the process of building my credit. The credit limit on this card is, I think it's around $4,000, I believe. So it may be between 4,000 and 6,000. That's usually the balance, or not the balance, the limit that I get on these cards. But again, the thing about this card is the material that it's made out of. And you'll see in the unboxing video, but the card is actually titanium, so it's almost, it sounds like metal when you drop it or whatever. Another thing about this card is you can't use this card in most machines that actually suck the card up. It's like, for example, the parking deck in places like Illinois or whatever, stuck this card in there and it actually jammed the machine, I guess, because it didn't recognize the card, or maybe because most cards are plastic and this card is maybe a conductor, so it caused some issues, but it eventually spit the card back out. But we're going to talk about this card, and I'm going to unbox this card in just a second. I actually recorded a separate video that I'm gonna roll in just a minute here. But first, a couple of things about this card. I applied for this card about 2 years ago, and I was denied. And the reason I was denied, I believe, is because my credit wasn't quite high enough. And I believe my credit at the time was well over 680. So I'm not sure why I was denied, but anyway, I applied again last year. My credit was a little bit better, I believe. I haven't really bought anything. Don't really use the credit cards. Try to use them very lightly and then pay the balance off. So my credit now is about a 720 or so, in that area. It may be a little bit higher, but I don't have any negative marks on my credit. The balances are pretty low on everything. The only thing, I don't have any car debt. Cars are paid off. I have like a mortgage and small things like that, but that's about it. So I don't really have much debt. So the debt to income ratio, along with the no negative marks, and then the pay history is pretty good. It's not at 100%, but it's at like 98%, and I haven't had any late payments in a very long time. So if you want to know more about how I did this, I made a small video. It's in PowerPoint presentation format. So it's not as, it's not really me on here talking, and it's not really exciting or anything, but I will put the link in the description. So if you guys want to watch that video, go back and watch that video. And those are the exact same steps I took. And in that video, I'll talk about that I was sued 3 times by different creditors. And this was a few years ago, and it just completely trashed my credit. So I had to fix all of that stuff. So, yeah, so basically, if I can get my credit back right, well over 700, and get these cards and things like that, you guys could definitely get your stuff right. But it does start with budgeting and making sure that you manage your money well. And that also applies to trading, trading Forex or trading anything. You have to, the risk management is very, very important. In the next couple of videos I put out is going to talk about that, because I tried to do a challenge, and the challenge was basically based on how good your risk to reward ratio was. So your money management. And of course, when I'm trading, I try to stack up a lot of wins, and then the losses are slightly larger, and that's and that, it works. It works only so long. But if you're trading under somebody else's rules and they're looking for that money management, they're looking for that risk to reward ratio of 1 to 3 or something like that, then I'll probably fail those challenges. And in fact, we'll talk about that more in the next video that I'll roll. But for now, let's get into the unboxing video of this card, which came, I recorded this video that you're about to see probably a couple of weeks ago. I got the card via FedEx, and the card is managed through an Apple app. All right, so you actually put the card in your Apple wallet. So I don't really like that part of it because it's a little confusing. And then, like, if you want to pay, I don't think there's well, there may be like a web interface, but right now when you want to pay your bill, I have to go through my phone to pay the bill. So I'd rather bring everything up on the computer, because that's how I manage my finances. So anyway, let's get into the video, and thank you guys for watching. And if you have not subscribed and this is your first time watching this video, or the first time on the channel, then please hit the subscribe button. We talk about finance things on this channel. We also talk about trading Forex. And then I'm going to be putting out a few videos on different funds, the funds that I actually invest in. So you put a little bit of money in a Forex account, grow that money, and then dump that over into a like an index fund or some type of ETF. So we'll talk about that in one of the other videos. Just to give you guys a heads up, one of the main funds that I'm looking at now that I invest most of my money in is TECL. I like that one. If you go back and look at the history on that one, it's doing pretty well. So We'll talk about that in another video. But if you like that type of content, please subscribe to this channel. Please go back and look at all the rest of the videos, and also please like this video. Of course, when you guys subscribe, the more you like, the more views, the more times the video shows up for other people to watch. So I would definitely appreciate that. All right, so let's roll the video. And once again, thank you guys for tuning in and watching the channel. All right, so this just came today. I don't know what it is with FedEx in the rain, but this just came. And this is the Apple credit card. Let's unbox it. There we go. And that came right here. That's it.